But you can't just diss and come tell Manzari. We got some breaking news, man, coming out of the city of Detroit after mad angry runs, winning the angry run scepter twice this year. The Detroit Lions, coming from Dan Miller with Fox 2, some rare breaking news. Says contract news from the Lions. David Montgomery has agreed to a contract extension through 2027. Monty has been everything they could have imagined when they signed him. That is huge news, man. We were just talking about in the comment section that we're going to have to talk about a David Montgomery signing very soon. Now, imagine Jamal Williams right now. That's kind of crazy. But shout out to the Detroit Lions, man, for taking care of their own. David Montgomery agreeing to a 2-year extension, essentially. Remember, we signed him for a 3-year deal, $18 million. Right now, he is on year 2 of that 3-year deal, so he was going to be through next year, but now we're going to have him through next year, the year after that, and the year after that. Now, the contract numbers are not out yet. I wanted to wait until they came out before we got into the details, but there's no telling when Schefter or Dan or Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, Garofalo, any of those guys will release that information. So we couldn't wait any longer. David Montgomery has agreed to an extension that will put him through 2027. So additionally, an additional 2 years. Now, David Montgomery, here's what he was slated to make. Let me go ahead and nope. Nah, there we go. Right there. So he was scheduled to make, again, we had him, he was making, his base salary this year was 5.2 million, had a signing bonus of 1.5, and then we had a potential out after this year, and that was to the no. There was no way we were going to move on from David Montgomery, man. And then he was going to be on the books next year for essentially the same type of thing. Base salary 5.5, signing bonus was 1 million. And of course, then this year was voided. Brad Holmes loves to do voided contracts. He's done them with all the major free agents, except Cam Sutton. I think CJ Gardner-Johnson might have had one. I know DJ Chark had one, but that's crazy, man. Let's look at Monty's stats. Look at in his entire time in Chicago, had no offensive line and was still able to put almost 1,000-yard season. And his first year with the Detroit Lions put up 1,000 yards running behind that offensive line. And if we wouldn't have had Jahmyr Gibbs, he would have at least added 500 yards to that, because Jahmyr Gibbs almost had 1,000 yards himself. So David Montgomery, man, listen, I'm very critical of Brad Holmes. Only one thing, man, and that is addressing the pass rush properly. But I do love how he takes care of his own. He takes care of his players. I fully expect Aleem McNeil to get extended. There's a possibility he could fall under that Josh Reynolds type category. I'm a little bit concerned with that, but there's no doubt Aiden Hutchinson is going to get extended as well. Brad Holmes is going to take care of his people. I love this because this is an outside signing, and we've seen. I think the only person that's really, okay, Taylor Decker, he was kind of when we say outside signing, somebody that was outside of Brad Holmes' draft class, but in the words of David Montgomery, might be him and Alex Anzalone. Put in the comment section. I'm sure I might be missing some people, but off the top of the dome, outside of Alex Anzalone, who is a person that came in from another team that wind up getting this type of kind of extension? I don't think John Kaminsky really counts. You could throw him in there too, but Alex kind of got a 1-year deal, then it was a 2-year deal, then it was 3-year deal. This shows you the value of David Montgomery being able to straight up come in. This dude is 1 year in. He's 1 year in, and we're already at the point where we're extending him. But I'm sure that we all could agree that this was the right move. And there's nobody in Detroit Lions Nation that is going to be upset with this move, man. This is outstanding. It's very rare that we hear about something during the middle of the season, but I am super excited because Monty, and you know what's funny too, is this is coming off the cusp of, he did like media rounds. He was on Up and Adams. He was on the Rich Eisen show, and he said some things. I don't think he was buttering up Dan Campbell, but I remember when Monty, his opening press conference, he said when he's hurt, he takes it personal. He takes it personal when he can't play. And watching the Up and Adams interviews and things like that, you could see the humility from David Montgomery. Like, he was giving credit to his guys. They talked about Jahmyr Gibbs and how people want to put them up against each other, but it's more like a brotherhood, man. Sonic and Knuckles, Batman and Robin. This is outstanding, man. I'm so happy for Monty. I'm so happy for our organization. Only 27 years old. He's definitely got some good years left, and it looks like he's going to spend them with the Detroit Lions. So, breaking news out of the city of Detroit, David Montgomery is extended 2 years through 2027. So you've got this year, next year, the year after that, and the year after that. As the contract news and details comes out, we will definitely be talking about that. Don't forget that we are live tomorrow for the pregame tailgate, for the live stream watch party, for the post-game show. Phone lines will be open. We are back, baby, and I am excited. I guarantee now that the Detroit Lions will beat the Dallas Cowboys because they're going to be playing with extra motivation tomorrow. It's not like they needed any, but they're going to have some. You guys are awesome. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. This was a great move by Brad Holmes, and congratulations to David Montgomery. It couldn't happen to a more deserving person.